Okay, I'm going to tap one of my all-time favorite patterns. This is one I use all the time. And this is it's a lace. It is a microtubing, detubing, V-rib, any number of different names, material. It's a soft, pliable material. I'll show you that in just a second. So it is a soft and pliable material, stretchy. What I did on this one, I hope you can see that. I took and cut the material at an angle. So when I start my wraps, it's going to lay flat at the very back. So it won't be quite as noticeable. Start my thread base, heading towards the back of the fly. I'm gonna start right there with my thread base. Find the end I trimmed. I'm gonna take that and put that side down. And how I do this is I take my thumb and I grab the very tip of that on the hook shank, just to hold it right there. And come on, get out of my way. I'm gonna give that 2 wraps so it stays right there. Then I'm going to take and advance my thread to right behind the bead head. That is a 2.8 size bead head, tungsten. I'm going to take this. Now this is stretchy, as I said, so you can take this material, the first wrap or two, pull it so it gets a little bit thinner on this end because we want it to go to full size as we go towards the thorax of the fly. Now I have almost no tension on there. I'm just wrapping it. This gives you great segmentation. Looks just like a nymph body. I love it. You can take and wrap this. You could do wire over wrap. You could do magic marker over the top. I do that frequently just to give it another accent or two-tone to it. And take and snip this off. I finished on the bottom side of this fly. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to finish this with a little bit of pine squirrel. You really only need a small amount. Loon makes a pair of tweezers. These are new. Much easier to work with, much smaller if you only have a small amount of material. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this off from the hide. Just like that. That's about all you even need. So I don't need, this is all under fur underneath here. If I lightly pull on that, it'll start to pull out of there. We don't even need it, any of it. I'm going to take and trim this down to about right here. That's still plenty of material. That's too long even as it is. I'm going to take that, I'm going to cut it one more time. You can take and use a dubbing loop. For this is a 70 denier thread, so it's really skinny. And you can take your spinner. This is a shaman. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of wax in there. That's all you need, just a touch. And put that material inside the loop. Put the tool right up against it, let go. There you go. Now you can take and you can readjust your fibers if you want to. Got a couple that are pointing this way. And that's going to be just fine. You can spin those up. And that's all you really need. As you'll see, it comes out with a nice collar on the fly. You can use any color accent you want here. This is just olive pine squirrel. Get your finger underneath there when you snip off the dubbing loop. Come back this way. Now what I'm going to add right here is I'm going to add just a tiny bit of an accent dubbing. So I'm going to take, this is SLF, Synthetic Living Fiber, Dave Whitlock, natural, and I'm going to put this just here as an accent to it. Take and tie this off with my whip finish. Cinch that down nice and tight, finger underneath, up to the hook shank. Cut that off, and let's just get this. Some of these fibers on the bottom side here are stuck underneath there. Just get those guys come out and point the right direction.